Hello, I'm Luke, and this is Steve with Little Buck Loader.
Hello.
We have had our best year with Little Buck Loader, and we want to emphasize to all our customers, if you ever have any issue with the loader, please contact us. We stand behind our product and really appreciate our customers.
Now, we've had some fitment issues with how we've used our motor mount braces, and so we've made a change, and that's what this video is about. So we want you to pay attention to this because we think it's going to be a lot simpler and it's going to be more effective in spreading out the load.
When you get your little bowl loader, it's going to come on a pallet like this. The first thing to do is remove the motor mount brackets. There's one on the left and one on the right. Remove them. Sometimes you're going to need a wrench if they're tight. Take them off. Once you have both motor mount brackets off, the first step is to pop the hood on your tractor. Remove both motor mount brackets on the right side, and then we're going to do it on the left side. To give the motor mount a little more strength, we've added an angle at the bottom. Once you have the motor mount bolts off, attach this bracket. These brackets are universal, so it doesn't matter which one you put on which side. Put it on and then put the nuts on and tighten them up. And they don't have to be super tight, just snug them up. Now on the right side, attach the other motor mount bracket. Once you have both motor mount brackets attached, the next step is to take the loader off the pallet. Shut the hood on your tractor and come over to the pallet and unstrap it. That's the first thing to do. There are 3 screws at the bottom of the bucket. Remove those with a drill gun or a screwdriver. They're Phillips head. You have it unscrewed, tip the loader back. Sometimes you might have to rest it on the tire. Plug in the hoses. They're color coordinated. Green to green, black to black, yellow to yellow, and silver to silver. Start your tractor. Lower the hydraulics until your jack touches the ground. The next step is to raise your jack up. We're going to get the top plate over the weight bar. The next step is to roll your loader right above that weight bar. We have at the end of this video an example of showing how to adjust the adjustment bolts on top of the weight bar. Once you're above it, start cranking it down. You're going to make sure that you're over the weight bar and in our little saddle that holds it. Once you're mostly down, we're going to roll it and it pops on. That's a good sound. Raise up the jack. Some people choose to leave the jack on. I recommend taking it off just for clearance. So raise it all the way up. The next thing to do is take the spring-loaded pins and take them out of their notches. I'm doing that on both sides. And you're going to find the sweet spot. And as I said, you can adjust with the thing on top of the weight bar. Once you have it both locked in, the next step is to attach the motor mount bracket turnbuckles. The final step is to attach the bracket with the turnbuckle. Put one on the bottom here and just do it loose to start. This is adjustable. This is how we are able to work on all different tractors. Adjust it out to the proper length. And then we're going to tighten it. Attach the top part of the turnbuckle. And once you snug it up here by twisting this, go another 2 full turns. Attach the other one to the right side and tighten till snug, and then do another 2 turns. You're going to need to use
A 21
a 21
or a 13/16.
or a 13/16. There, and hop on your tractor, start the motor, and make sure everything works as it should.
You're going to see the full range of motions that goes 6 feet high, and you have a total dump and a rollback of about 20 degrees, so you don't lose your load. This is how it looks right now. Of course, with the engine idling, it's not as quick or robust as you would expect, but it's still quite a responsive loader. Sometimes we find that the loaders aren't perfectly level on the ground. The first thing you want to do is that if you find one edge of the bucket higher than the other, make sure you test the pressure in the back tires, because that determines the attitude of the tractor. If after you've done that you still find a little bit of discrepancy between the bucket level to the ground, we'd like for you to take a wrench and tighten the turnbuckle down until you will see that it levels out the loader. And when that is done, it can be locked in place.
We appreciate everyone's business this year. We've had one of our best years ever. If anyone ever has any issues or trouble with their loaders, we are on call 24/7. We are always standing by our product, and we appreciate everyone's business. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over the years, we found certain John Deere X models do not perfectly line up with our pins. In order to counter that, we have added adjustable top plates for the X model tractors for both the Little Buck and the Little Bull. Today I'm going to show you an example of how to use them. With the Bull and the Buck, one of the first things you're going to do is put it on the weight bar. We have a saddle that holds it between the front of the weight bar and the back. I'm going to show you down here an example of pins not lining up. Turn the spring-loaded pin, and as you can see, this side it clearly went in. Now I've turned the pin on this side, and as you can see, it just doesn't line up. Now comes into play our adjustment bolts. These are 3/4 inch bolts. All you do is loosen the lock bolt, and if you want it to go down, as it looks like I need to go down, I'm going to loosen it. And I'm going to show you now as I loosen it. I am now adjusting it, and as you can see, as I adjust, the pin is going to find its sweet spot. Tighten up that lock nut that you loosened. Make sure both are tight on both sides. And sometimes you'll have to adjust both. It depends. There's certain John Deere tractors, a very small percentage, that just don't line up with our jig.